What's up, people? It's Blackie here again with another Wi-Fi battle, and this one is against Tchadyy from YouTube, but I found him from Serbia. Alright, so he leads up with Infernape, and I really don't want to stay in with Lucky because he's gonna close combat, obviously, or fake out or something. I just didn't want any damage on Lucky. So Rape takes close combat like a beast, and in comes Raikou. I really seldom see those things. So I get some toxic spikes and switch out because of course there's gonna be T-Bolt. But it goes for Calm Mind and then switches out because I was playing too safe and went for Earthquake, but it didn't work, of course, because there's ads of. So I switched to milkshake, and nasty plot. Psychic does way too much. I survived with 4, and Body Slam does about half, but doesn't even get to paralyze. So now I'm sad. I switched to Lucky because Lucky has Sash. She will live with 1 HP at least, and of course I go for the Sucker Punch. No, I didn't go with Sucker Punch. I played it safe because I thought that he doesn't want to stay in, so I went for Light Slash. Good for me. So I switch out Lucky, and Rape takes U-turn again like a beast, and now I'm thinking, okay, the Infernape has to be either Scarfed or Bandit, but since it isn't doing that much damage, it must be Scarfed. So Raikou comes in again and sets up a sub while I surf the subway. And now it's vulnerable. I can't pronounce anything today. So yeah, it goes for T-Bolt now. And luckily I survive and get to surf, but it doesn't die. So what do I do now? It gets toxic poison damage, which is quite nice. I switch to Goggles, and he predicts that and goes for Hidden Power Ice. And I was thinking at that moment that since it already has Calm Mind and Sub and T-Bolt, it must have Hidden Power something, and I thought maybe it's Ice, but maybe he doesn't go for that, but he did, and now Goggles is dead. But Lucky finishes him off, and I decided to use Sucker Punch on Infernape because I don't think Lucky can last any longer against any other pokes. Of course, the itself would have been nice to kill off with Lucky, but oh well. Since Infernape is going to die of poison anyway. Now, even if he knocked out my Tentacruel, so in comes itself again, and I go for Raichu. And there comes Swampert. One of those things that my Raichu's new strategy works against. So I use Magnet Rise and no IQ for you anymore. I use Encore, and he's gonna use IQ again. But I think he's gonna switch out here. Yeah. I thought he'd stay in and use Grass Knot on Bronzong, which is fail. But Life Orb boosted T-Bolt does quite a bit, though it's a crit. But anyway, it's a good thing, and I get to kill off the Bronzong. But there is light screen on, and I totally forgot that because I usually don't pay much attention to those things. And T-Bolt gets paralyzed on Dragonite, which is always good, and I get to hit it a couple of times. It gets twice in a row the Parahacks, which is unfortunate for him. And waterfall, I've never seen waterfall on Dragonite. I actually had to look it up if it can learn it, and it can. Yes, that's nice. I use milk drink to heal up, hoping for that he gets a Parax again, but no, he uses outrage. And Milkshake is taken out, unfortunately, but he's life orbed, so he also dies. So now it's Shaman against Atself, and of course Atself has Flamethrower, but I think I will live, and I use Seed Flare, thank god it doesn't miss. And I was so surprised that it didn't KO. Usually it KOs anything, but no. I was like, oh my god, how in the hell did you live that? And then he reminds me that the light screen is up, and I'm like, oh fuck. Really now? And yeah, that's the end of the game. Pretty much. And yeah, nothing else to say. A few more battles coming up today. Bye bye.